Hey everyone, Aaron here with Canyon Adventure Vans, back with another installation video. Today we are installing the CLIMA-SHADE Privacy Panel, specifically for the Winnebago Revel. Only tools you're gonna need are gonna be a drill with a Phillips bit on it. So let's get into it. All right, included in your kit should be an alcohol pad, an alcohol wipe, and also 3 screws. We're gonna set aside our 3 screws for right now. We're gonna open up our alcohol wipe. And the 3 areas we're gonna be wiping are all the way down this black face here of this trim piece here. We're gonna go across the top right here on the kind of bed side of this, so right along the top here. We have installed a CLIMA-SHADE previously in here, so you will see 3 holes. Spoiler alert, that is where those 3 screws are gonna go. But these are the 3 areas, so down here, across the top, and down on this side as well. So we'll go ahead and wipe these down with that alcohol wipe real quick here, cleaning off any oils and debris so that the Velcro sticks nicely. And we'll go down this face as well, all the way down to the bottom, and this side as well. Then at this point, you can go ahead and pull off the sides of your privacy panel here. All right, each side's gonna be the same length, so no need to worry about which side was which. We're gonna put our Velcro down here, and I'm just gonna run it right along this inner edge here. And what I'm trying to do is just basically keep a nice straight line without this Velcro overlapping off to the side here. So just running right nice and tight along the line of the metal trim. So we'll peel off the edge there. And we'll just push it all the way up to the ceiling. And follow that line all the way down. You can kind of pull the Velcro tight right here and then run your finger along. Just kind of lightly putting it into place here just in case I swerve off track. Okay, coming down here a little bit further. Again, kind of pull tight on the Velcro. Keep that line consistent. Okay. And at some point you're gonna kind of run into the bed. There is enough room to kind of move your hand down, but it does help to, once you get to a certain point, raise the bed up to help you. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Okay, same thing, just keeping this going. And one other thing to kind of avoid is any kind of bumps in the Velcro, and that's why I'm kind of pulling taut right here as I go, so that we don't end up with a bunch of air bubbles and wavy Velcro. Okay, we'll dispose of that. Okay, perfect. Okay, and it'll just be just about a couple inches off of the floor. Okay, and we'll get that seated a little bit more permanently here in a sec, but that's a great first step there. We'll go ahead and do this other side. We'll do the top, and then we'll grab a roller or something with a handle to kind of push this into place. Okay, so same thing on this side, peeling off this adhesive here. All the way up to the ceiling. Just running it right on the inside of this bend here. Pulling taut on the Velcro here, keeping this line consistent. Just kind of lightly running my finger over the Velcro to put it in place. Okay, once we get to the bed, we'll raise the bed and do the rest. And just kind of as you're raising the bed, keep an eye on the Velcro so that you don't get it stuck to the sheet or anything and undo your work. Don't want that. So we're good, it's hanging down here still, right where we want it. And I'm pretty much just doing about 1 foot to 2 feet at a time. Just kind of grabbing it, pulling it, pushing it down. Cool, now we'll do the top piece. All right, in this top piece, you're basically just trying to get an even placement from this side to this side. So you can kind of hold up your piece up there, and you know, it should be basically reaching both ends of the Velcro, which in our case it is. So now we can go ahead and peel off the whole back of the adhesive there and put it up into place. Okay, and I'm just pulling it taut, using my fingers over here to kind of touch the edges of where it's supposed to go, and then I can kind of commit and push that up in there. And then once I kind of get these corners a little bit stuck on there, I can kind of come to the middle right here and then just lightly pull the Velcro out this way. Again, trying to avoid any air bubbles or any waves in the Velcro. So that's good. Okay, so the 3 screws that you're gonna be using, the idea behind that is that you're really not gonna have any issues with this Velcro. For one, it's on metal, so it's really gonna have a hard time coming off, and the pressure is really, you know, it's pulling down on here, so you're really not gonna get much of a pull on this Velcro. But this Velcro up here, being that it is on, you know, somewhat of a slippery surface here, and you know, there's just a chance that it can peel down, so we're going to reinforce it with some screws here. In my case, I'm going to be very careful to go back into those same holes. In your case, really all you're trying to do is kind of go centered on this Velcro here up into this corner, and then you can use a measuring tape to get perfectly centered here for your other screw hole. And then same thing over on this side, you're just kind of coming up right centered with this Velcro up into the middle of this here, and that'll give you 3 points to just kind of hold that Velcro in. So in your case, you would have used a measuring tape. You could put a little piece of blue tape right here and mark middle, or put your finger there. It's really up to you. It doesn't have to be perfectly centered, but for those who have the OCD and want attention to detail on their van, definitely measure that centered. And but in my case, we already have drilled this hole, so I'm just trying to go right back in the same hole here. Okay, and you're just doing a light screw in there. Like, it doesn't have to go too crazy. You're basically just hitting a small piece of plywood that's back here. Over here, you are gonna have a little bit more of a hard surface to screw into. So it's gonna take a little bit more for the screw to grab and a little bit more muscle behind the drill there. Again, in our case, we're trying to go back into the same hole, so I'm gonna do that here on mine. But for yours, you would just go, you know, right up into that corner. Okay, and essentially what you'll do is you'll just be kind of on your forward mode, screwing it in, and it's gonna be basically trying to screw into the hard surface that's in there, and then eventually it will grab. And hold that in nice and tight. Same thing for this other side. Just going right up in the middle of that Velcro. Boom, pushing in, screwing in there, and then it'll grab and take it. 3 tool options for you on this next step here. If you have something like this, a plastic paint scraper, pry bar type of thing, if you have a roller, that works great for what we're about to do, or just the handle of a screwdriver or anything like that works. Since most of you are probably gonna have this option, we'll go ahead and show you with that, but all we're really doing is just putting pressure on this Velcro and just kind of going up and down here. And that's gonna give that adhesive a little chance to grab a little better. We're just really working out all those air bubbles, and also a little bit of heat from the friction will kind of help melt that adhesive in as well. Same thing over here. I'll show you with the roller. You can basically just roll this in. The roller also has, some of these rollers have like a piece back here that's a hard surface that you can use as well, similar to how we were using that screwdriver. And if you got something like this, maybe left over from an owl install like we do, and then last thing, just do the top as well. now it is time to put this into position. What you're gonna wanna do is, you can lay this kind of out on your bed like I have it. And we're just making sure that the Velcro, if you have it down on your bed, it would be, the Velcro is basically facing down. And then you'll grab your top first. Similar to how we put this top Velcro up, we're just gonna grab this top piece as well. And I'm gonna kind of put my thumbs right here on the inside edge of that. Kind of bend that seam right there, and kind of put my thumb right up into the edge of where this Velcro is. And all I'm trying to do is just shoot these corners into these corners up in here. And then same thing, kind of grab the middle here, put that into place, and then run my thumbs out towards these corners, and then adjust the Velcros to line up as perfect as possible. Shoving your thumbs up into those corners there. Align your middle. And then you're just running your thumbs out while trying to get these lines matched up as close as possible. Definitely want to do the top first, that way you can make sure your alignment's all right, but then also as you go to put this Velcro on the side, you really want to push this all the way up in there so that you're not Velcroing it down like this to where you're already, you know, coming undone there. You would rather want it pushed way up into here. If anything, bunch some of that Velcro up a little bit so you're not already pulling it down. But essentially you just want to make sure that top is nice and tight up there. You can get a first few, maybe 6 inches to a foot started. Come on over to your other side, do the same. Okay. And now you could go over to the other side. Let's see, I just did that right there that I said not to do. It's kind of pulling down. So I'm gonna fix that real quick. There we go, that's a much better grab. Okay. So again, 6 inches to a foot kind of started here. And then we're gonna make things easy. We'll keep this on the bed like this, but we're gonna pull these zippers apart and just kind of pull this down as we go. And that's gonna give us room to reach around here and keep pushing this in. And you can kind of just do, you know, a little bit on each side at a time. Just lining the edges of the Velcro up nice and neat. Okay, and at this point, I'll just go ahead and roll this kind of all the way down. And keep coming down. Okay, and then you can just run your hand up and down. Make sure that Velcro is seated all the way. Okay, we'll finish this side now. All right, and then we can pull this, the panel itself up back onto the bed to kind of make zipping it up easier. All right, so as you can see, we've got nice privacy. My you know, personal opinion on this that's great is you can either keep, you know, privacy for one, but keeping heat or air in this area when you want it, or keeping heat or cool air in that area when you need it. So it's great for privacy, but also for heating and cooling control. But we'll go ahead and put it back up into, you know, its kind of storage position here. So we'll grab both of these bottom zippers, come all the way up to kind of where it bends up here, maybe to this top seam. And then what you could do is you could do kind of one of these panels at a time. So as you'll see, there's kind of these little sewing slits that go across here, these seams. And you can kind of fold up one or two at a time. We'll go ahead and do two right here. And you can kind of just accordion this up. Just roll it up. nice organized way. And then as you get to the top up here, you've got these nice snaps here that hold this into position. Now that keeps it out of the way so you can walk in between. You can bunch this up a little tighter and pull onto this strap here if it hits your head as you're walking in. And that's that. All right, folks, thanks for watching. That concludes our installation video of the CLIMA-SHADE Privacy Panel for the Winnebago Revel. Hope you found that useful. Have fun. Stay safe out there.